as if there weren't abundant evidence already of my love of poetry being utterly untutored. Leaving it this late in this series to include Rupert Brooke will dispel all doubt about my ignorance. I'll try to make partial amends by including 3 of his poems today. Brooke was one of the Dimmock poets in Gloucestershire before the First World War, and he and Edward Thomas were the 2 in that group who weren't to survive that horrific conflict. Thomas died from a bullet piercing his chest, and Brooke died on a French hospital ship from septicemia following a mosquito bite. However wasteful and absurd Brooke's death may seem, according to his friend William Dennis Brown, who witnessed his death, it was at least peaceful. Brown himself was killed in action at Gallipoli a couple of months later. Both Brooke and Brown were just 27. Such a needless, calamitous war instigated by delusional autocrats. And here we are in Europe, doing it again. Today's poems are Dining Room Tea, Dead Men's Love, and his most well-known poem, 1914, The Soldier. In reading his love poems, it's not irrelevant that Brooke was bisexual. The last line of Dead Men's Love is chillingly reminiscent of Exposure, the 7th poem in this series by Wilfred Owen, who was another great poet that ghastly war snatched from us. Dining Room Tea. When you were there, and you, happiness crowned the night. I too, laughing and looking, one of all. I watched the quivering lamplight fall on plate and flowers and pouring tea, and cup and cloth. And they and we flung all the dancing moments by, with jest and glitter. Lip and eye flashed on the glory, shone and cried, improvident, unmemoried, and fitful and like a flame, the light of laughter went and came. Proud in their careless transience moved the changing faces that I loved. Till suddenly, and otherwhence, I looked upon your innocence, for lifted clear and still and strange, from the dark woven flow of change, under a vast and starless sky, I saw the immortal moment lie. One instant an instant, knew as God knows all, and it and you, I, above time, oh blind, could see in witless immortality. I saw the marble cup, the tea, hung on the air, an amber stream. I saw the fire's unglittering gleam, the painted flame, the frozen smoke. No more the flooding lamplight broke on flying eyes and lips and hair, but slept unbroken there on stiller flesh, and body breathless, and lips and laughter stayed and deathless, and words on which no silence grew. Light was more alive than you. For suddenly and otherwhence I looked on your magnificence. I saw the stillness and the light, and you, august, immortal, white, holy and strange, and every glint, posture and jest, and thought and tint freed from the mask of transiency, triumphant in eternity, immortal. Dazed at length, human eyes grew, mortal strength wearied, and time began to creep. Change closed about me like a sleep, light glinted on the eyes I loved. The cup was filled, the bodies moved, the drifting petal came to ground. The laughter chimed its perfect round, the broken syllable was ended, and I, so certain and so friended, how could I cloud or how distress the heaven of your unconsciousness, or shake at time's sufficient spell, stammering of lights unutterable. The eternal holiness of you, the timeless end you never knew, the peace that lay, the light that shone, you never knew that I had gone 1,000,000 miles away and stayed 1,000,000 years. The laughter played unbroken round me, and the jest flashed on, and we that knew the best down wonderful hours grew happier yet. I sang at heart and talked and eat, and lived from laugh to laugh. I too, when you were there, and you, and you. Dead Men's Love. There was a damned successful poet. There was a woman like the sun. And they were dead. They did not know it. They did not know their time was done. They did not know his hymns were silent, and her limbs that had served love so well, dust and a filthy smell. And so one day, as ever of old, hands out they hurried, knee to knee, on fire to cling and kiss and hold, and in the other's eyes to see each his own tiny face, and in that long embrace feel lip and breast grow warm to breast and lip and arm. So knee to knee they sped again, and laugh to laugh they ran, I'm told, across the streets of hell. And then they suddenly felt the wind blow cold, and knew, so closely pressed, chill air on lip and breast, and with a sick surprise, the emptiness of eyes. 1914. The Soldier. If I should die, think only this of me, that there's some corner of a foreign field that is for ever England. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware, gave once her flowers to love, her ways to roam, a body of England's breathing English air, washed by the rivers, blessed by the sons of home. And think, this heart, all evil shed away, a pulse in the eternal mind, no less gives somewhere back the thoughts by England given, her sights and sounds, dreams happy as her day, and laughter learnt of friends, and gentleness in hearts at peace under an English heaven.